lack of damage coming in from Onyx.
Away, knowing there is no chance of taking the final kill there, and Sans is the final member left standing. Geek Fam, they have done it through the underworld, the depths of the lower.
He's thinking.
Who's stumped?
Uranus.
Uranus wasn't on my mind.
Uranus was definitely on my mind
There you
these
go.
days because it means that you fully commit on protecting your Bruno this time. The carry for Geek Fam, Mark allows is for the Pakiro to be extremely powerful in flanking because you're not afraid. Yep.
Vikings will need to secure the championship title.
Position before, it was up against RRQ, another king. Now will the usurpers be able to at least get a game? It's a one-step plan right now. Away, but he still is able to find that taunt. Keyboy getting a good stun in. But now it's Geek Fam on that turtle. Kyrie still with a taunt, zoned away by Luke. He has that dash. Heavy spin prevents them back, and now it's gonna be the retribution from Niles. He pins Kyrie down. The baptism even here, but another realm helps him for a bit. It's now Boots getting brought back by that Stampede. And Onyx are forced back for the first time. Use your abilities to farm to get to that point. You don't need to try to outscale the Bruno. You'll do that in the mid game anyways. Bruno needs to wait for, what, the third item before he really gets online.
And this is when things get a little bit different because both of these roamers, the ones that we've been discussing for the past few minutes, they're now going to be trying to help out for this setup in the neutral objective take. Kyrie level 6.
Oh, he used the retreat. That means the turtle will be done for. It will be for Geek Fam. That was also already a 2-level lead for Nile. A good decision, in my opinion, for a bit of damage, but Nile wins out on that trade, even with the help of the healing from Keyboy on this Florin. Kyrie jumping forward once again, but it should be Nile who secures it, and yes, he does. Valoisky, no mana though, and that's a dive attempt from a boy. It's all just to distract Onyx to get that turret up top, and yes, they'll be able to crack it up. Kyrie looking for an opening again in these skirmishes, but Geek Fam so far have been able
For that utility playstyle, or seeing how desperate the situation is, maybe he'll go for a bit more damage and try and take matters into his own hands.
flicker out. Now Boots with a good flank onto Marky, splitting him up. Now it's gonna be the heavy spin from Nile, secures it, pins Kyrie down, no follow-up. Marky's all the way in the back, has to use the worldly defensively as Boots gets pulled back by the Stampede, not so much through the wall. And now it's Onyx against Luke. Just trying to cut away. What happened to Boots? In the mid lane, assassinated by the Panda. Nile, and the Bracer's Wrath not dealing enough onto Luke. He's still able to escape for now, putting the stacks onto CW. That's a heavy crossbow, an aggressive one. Luke running away and getting to safety.
The way this lack of damage coming in from Onyx as well, it has been immense. It has been one of the sole reasons as to how Geek Fam have been able to take control of this game so far. 4,000 gold lead, and they've had
A way to recover right here. They know in the late game that even though everyone's so tanky, there is always able to stay on curve, always able to find some gold. And in the laning phase, people are moving in a more predictable manner.
Pressure onto Keyboy, who's now forced to use the Bloom. Able to escape for now, Nile. Still holding onto the heavy spin, now locked down by the taunt, by the knockup, but he still saves it for the Lord. No Bloom, big resource burnt out, no baptism, an okay resource. They still are relying on that heavy spin. Oh, that damage. Look at that 2-level lead on Marky.
Him at the same time. Now have to fight without that main frontliner.
It's a good Stampede, bringing Kyrie back. Look at Sans getting melted down, forced to use the Black Shoes very early on, and they might have to concede this here. Onyx, Kyrie looking for the opening, but Nile is still holding on to that heavy spin. Kyrie backs away, knowing there is no chance of taking this.
I think, at Berserker Fury. How far off are they?
At this point, Marky can definitely out-damage CW.
Yes.
And it's going to be very difficult because of the crits, right, off the kit of the Bruno, which brings additional damage without using the ultimate. For Irithel, the heavy crossbow is what needs to actually be available if CW wants to try and match the damage output. So Geek Fam are the ones now hiding back and forth instead. And with this Lord, they're trying to siege, but they do not have too much long range either.
Good knock onto a boy, forcing another realm. Kyrie now running away, but now gets pinned down. Brought back to the team as well. Goes in for the taunt, but another realm still there. Kyrie surviving somehow with the Bloom, and now the Appraiser's Wrath as well. Onyx have an opening. Do they use it? Look at the damage from Marky jumping in. CW forced to use the Purify. Boots has found an opening, brings Marky back, and that's the death that Onyx needs. One moment, and the gold laner is gone. Is that enough to bring this game back for Onyx?
It happened once, but now, right after that fight, Beloyski has finished the Flask of the Oasis. It will no longer be as simple, but I guess that's why I think Onyx has anticipated that, which is why you can see that Boots, instead of going for the sprint, the preferable battle spell, or going for those split push.
Able to make that huge play onto Marky, trying to level out the field as we take a look at the items here.
Well, what's interesting for me right now is the lack of healing, man. There's not a lot of dominant ices, not a lot of necklace of durances. I think people are just prioritizing the damage items first to ensure that in a pick-off scenario, when they can capitalize on mistakes, they will have enough and hopefully take out targets before the healing becomes a factor. Actually, no, it's going to be NOD immediately. So now, healing reduction is available for Onyx.
Oh, they found Marky. Forced to flicker out. That might be the resource that they were waiting for now. No Marky with a flicker. Suns, Black Shoes. Kyrie versus Niall. Kyrie down to a quarter of his HP right now, but he does have that Appraiser's Wrath fully stacked up. Look at Boots into the back line. He's looking for a flank right now as the heavy spin connects to the back, but Boots does the same thing right now. It's Niall who secures the Retribution, but CW is looking for a good flank. Use the heavy crossbow already. Keyboy gets gunned down or balled down there. Marky in the midst of it all though. Boots unable to dish out enough damage. Kyrie running for the hills, now ran down by Luke. Finds the top, one hit, but it's going to be disengaged by Boots. Kyrie will fall to the hands of Niall. Geek Fam, this might be the moment to secure a game. It's Boots running away with two dashes. A Holy Baptism connects. The Panda knocks him up. That's why he's called the Dragon Warrior. He does the damage and he's tanky. Who picks up the final kill there, and Sans is the final member left standing. Geek Fam, they have done it. Through the underworld, the depths of the lower brackets, they have taken a game off of Onyx. And just like what Wolf said, a match point is where the series really starts.
The pendulum shifts.
With it, all right?
Okay, sure.
Let's not argue.
All right.
I know
all right.
myself.
Okay, calm down, calm down, calm down.
Get fleeting time, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry. I should have thought about that.
But it does not work because it only works on ultimate.